Hey there my friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, my company is Hello From Liz Mathews, and I'm excited to spend some time with you today. It is Friday, February 28th, and this is Flosstube episode 98. It's been a couple months since we have chatted Flosstube style, and I'm happy to be back with you. I hope that you've had a great start to the year. I know that we are at the end of February, but in my mind, we are just starting this new year. I don't know what has gone on with me, but I just cannot click into gear and get going with the new year. I'm just behind. Life has been a series of unexpected curveballs that you go with, you know, but I think it has resulted in me being behind the ball a bit. But that doesn't matter because in a few short days I leave for Nashville Needlework Market. I am a cross-stitch designer. If you are new and just finding my channel, welcome. I do design cross-stitch for a living, and in just a few days Nashville Needlework Market will be happening. In fact, a week from today. A week from today at 4 o'clock, my room opens to sell my patterns to shops who come to Nashville from all over the world to buy direct from designers and makers. It's a really, really exciting time. It happens once a year, and for my industry, it is generally the only in-person wholesale show of the year. So it is quite a big deal, and although my brain still might be back in the first week of January, my to-do list and my house is looking like I'm about to leave for Nashville Needlework Market. Mom and I get our rental van on Tuesday, and we do the 12-hour drive southwest to Tennessee, and it's always a really, really good time. But between now and then, there's a lot to gather and a lot to do so that I can present my 6 new designs to shops for market. Mom and I did get together last week and filmed a video going over our new releases. It is the most previous video on my channel if you'd like to pop back and see it. She and I both had 6 patterns, and then I have another product that I'm bringing to market, and it's not too late to get anything that you've seen. In fact, next week is just the very first time that shops are able to order and get their hands on our new designs. So contact your favorite LNS, local needlework shop, or ONS, online needlework shop, and they will be happy to get anything for you that you might need to stitch. I've got a variety of things to chat with you about, and this video is going to end with a very special guest appearance. I did a little segment this morning with someone extra special to me, so you will find out towards the end who that is, and we are going over our favorites. I'll leave it there for you to check out when she joins me, and I'll tell you more about it later. But I am going to share some whips, some acquisitions, some stitchy happiness, and I've been pretty honest and straightforward about having lost my stitching bug. It was 3 months ago that I filmed my last video, and I was talking to you then about how I just couldn't get my stitching bug back, and I know that this happens to everybody. It hasn't come back to me, if I'm being totally honest. Now, this is a really exciting time of year because so many talented designers are releasing new designs that make me want to get a needle going on things so badly. But like I said, life is busy, and I just haven't had any time for pleasure stitching lately. I did say that I was going to try to do a whip parade for you when we chatted last back in, was that in December or November? I don't know. And I never filmed that. So maybe that is still something that I should do to try to get those stitchy juices flowing again. My house is absolute chaos. We are planning on moving very soon. We don't have a house picked out. You guys have heard me talk about this for a while too, but it's actually happening this time. We've started packing. We have a storage unit. If you look over here, there's boxes and bubble wrap, and there was a ladder in a segment that I filmed earlier today, and it just is what it is because we are getting a little, our business is getting bigger and we need a little more space. So our house is going to get a little bigger in the very near future. How I got there, I'm not sure. I think I was talking about the distractions that kept me away from filming a whip parade, but there are no rules in cross stitch. I don't know if you've heard that yet. And although whip braids are really popular at the beginning of the year, like I said in my brain, we're still at the first week in January, so maybe a whip braid is still to come. I think I have about 8 whips that I am currently working on now. So without further ado, I would like to dive into the piles that I have in front of me. I feel kind of chatty today. Who knows what direction we are going to go in for this video. As always, I start with Hello From Liz Mathews news because although I have not been stitching for pleasure and I have lost my stitchy bug, which I know will come back, I know it will, I have still been running my business, and thanks to really talented model stitchers, things have just been rolling on, and I've been releasing designs, and I wanted to share with you the exclusive pattern for the membership right now. My Hello From Liz Mathews Patreon membership has an exclusive design from the 15th to the 15th of every month, so this is what is out until March 15th. This is called Blooming Quakers, and I hope that you can see those beautiful colors in the camera. It's a little later in the day than I normally like to film. Those special segments were done this morning when the light was perfect. Now it's getting a little darker, but I actually think this is showing up gorgeously. This is stitched on the brand new Fiber on a Whim linen called Dolomite, and it is stunning. I use traditional Quaker motifs to top flower stems, so as you can see, the Quakers are blooming, in fact, and I thought it was really appropriate for this time of year. You can get this as a pattern stasher or all access member of my membership right now through the 15th, when it will be replaced by another design, and this will be vaulted again for another year or two. But if you like this and you don't want to wait the last week before you can get anything from market, this might be just what you need. In addition to that design, I also put out an extra bonus for Valentine's Day, and this is what those patterns look like. They do not expire. You have access to these anytime you join my membership. And although this was inspired by Valentine's Day, thus the love, I also wanted to make a pattern that was not love themed. So I also did one that says Stitch, because that is what ties us all together, and you can choose which one you would like to stitch. These are in the membership for you right now, and I just wanted to make sure that you knew that. I actually have a UFO for you. This is something that you've heard me talk about for quite a while. This is the Prairie Schooler Santa that I stitched for Mare this year. That's right, I have not given it to her yet. When I say last year, I am still in the mind frame of we're in 2024. This is Mare's 2024 Prairie Schooler stocking, or Santa, and you can see it is not FFO'd yet. Things got derailed, and this will now be a Mother's Day or Mare's Day gift for her. We celebrate Mare's Day. Mare is my stepmom, and every year I make her a Santa, and this will be a bit belated, and she'll get it for Mare's Day, which we always celebrate just after Mother's Day. But this is an FFO, aside from, you know, the F of that. This is an unfinished object, a UFO, and in the next couple months I need to make this an FFO so that it can be gifted. I'm sorry, I don't have the card in front of me to tell you what year it is. I will put it on the screen, but this is one of Prairie Schooler's yearly Santas, and I am very much looking forward to what the 2025 Prairie Schooler Santa will be this year. It has not been revealed yet. I can tell you I'm absolutely going to order it. It doesn't matter what it looks like. I collect their Santa from every year, and this year will be no exception, though I am very excited to see. They tend to kind of stick in themes. So last year was the first year they introduced a Santa with a lot of like black work and straight stitching behind it, and I have a feeling, I have a hunch that this year's Santa will be similar, maybe from another region, but have that similar black work behind it, which I love. Straight stitching and back stitching is my favorite, so I'm really excited to see what it is and absolutely add it to my cart. But this is believe it or not, an FFO. You can see I have it in a Q-snap, which is a little bit unusual for me because I am an in-hand sewing method stitcher. But whenever I do fancy stitches, which include straight stitches and back stitches, I like to put my piece in a Q-snap or hoop to give it some tension so that the stitches are done properly for being stretched in a frame. So yay, I have a UFO. I hope to have this as an FFO by the time I see you again. Which, let's all cross our fingers, is not in 3 more months. Now, in an effort to get my stitchy bug back, I decided to treat myself to some of my all-time favorite cross-stitch patterns. And I ordered them as well as the fancy flosses that accompanied each of them with hopes that I would jumpstart myself and get myself going again. It didn't happen yet, but these pieces remain my absolute favorite, and this might just be exactly what I need to get going again. We'll see. And I'm also thinking of adding all of my favorite items from Market. There are 5 items that I absolutely love from the Market reveals that I've seen so far. I might also have them shipped to me in hopes of that bug returning. Can you think of any other tips or tricks to jumpstart that bug? I'm really excited about the Nash Start-a-thon that's happening March 28th and 29th. You can buy tickets to it. It's a virtual event similar to the Jingle Ball in the platform way, not so much in the classes being offered and the shopping sort of way. It's more communal and just about enjoying our love of cross stitch in this really exciting time, which follows Nashville Needlework Market. So it's called Start-a-thon. I will link it below. It's hosted by Lindy Stitches. And my unresearched thought is that you are just meant to start anything that you selected and purchased from Nashville Needlework Market. Whether that's 16 new starts, that's awesome. Have so much fun with that. Or just a couple. It can be 1 if you just want to start anything. Like I said, there's no rules in cross stitch, so I could start these favorites that have been out for a while. It's just a start-a-thon, and I have a ticket to the event. I hope that I see you guys there. More on that later, but this set of 3 patterns that I have in front of me might be just what I needed, along with a start-a-thon celebration to get the bug back. I don't know. I really miss it. I have been working with my hands quite a lot. I've been knitting and I really love it, but I do miss working for pleasure in the field that I work in. Okay, there was a tangent for you. This is one of the items that I purchased and kitted up with the fancy floss. It is one of my all-time favorites. This is absolutely stunning. It is from Shakespeare's Peddler and it's called Painted Flowers. And I have loved this since I saw it. And when I was at Market last year, I went in Teresa, who is the designer behind Shakespeare. She is the designer behind Shakespeare's Peddler's booth, and I saw this in person, and it is freaking fantastic. It is so good, and I absolutely love it. I want to stitch this, and it's gorgeous. There are only 2 fancy flosses that are used in this piece, so I did go ahead and order those. And I have them. I just need to get my DMC. You know what? Maybe today I could go to the store, but there's too much going on. So I could just place a DMC order and it will be here by the time I get back. In time for Start-a-thon, that's for sure. But that's one item that I absolutely love that really gets my needle itching to get stitching. Okay, next up we have Birds of a Feather. This is a not in print pattern anymore, and it is called Winter Sampler. Looks like this. Nearly monochromatic. It actually has 4 colors in it. and I've loved this as well since the time I saw it. There's also a version of it that has a rooster. I don't know if you've seen that. I also have that, but this is just so pretty. I'm not sure that I would stitch it exactly as shown. I would be kind of tempted to leave off the alphabet, but that funky alphabet is just so fabulous, so who knows. But I really, really like this, and maybe I could have it done by next winter. So good. I do know that Colorado Cross Stitcher is starting to re-release Birds of a Feather charts, and I really hope that this is one that she brings back to the market, because I know that I am not alone in my love for that piece. And then lastly, my third purchase that I hoped would get me going again is the drawn thread Good Tidings. Let me pull it out so it's not all glary. It looks like this, and this is a model that they have stitched at my LNS that I have looked at time and time again and loved, and I finally decided to just treat myself to the pattern pack and hope that I have this for next winter too. For this, there are two specialty threads, both dinky dyes, and I ordered both of them as well, and I can pair them with the DMC that are called for and get a happy little stitch going. Isn't it so cute? Do you see those birds? Man, I love this. And seeing it in person, it's so good. Up there on the wall, just calling my name. Love it. So wish me luck with those. I will let you know if I end up ordering my other 5 favorite releases from Market. If you are curious what they are, be sure to check out Annie XO Needle in the Hay XO's latest Flosstube video. I will link it below. That is where we are talking about that. And it's kind of a hint for my guest coming later, but we did a really fun segment going over our favorite Market releases. I have something to show you that it's like the best intentions. I had really good intentions with this piece that is fully kitted up, that I got all of the supplies for, but I haven't started. There is a sale going on. Annie is hosting it, and it is a sale for Kathy Barrick's Quaker Christmas stocking, sampler or stocking, and it's broken down bi-weekly into manageable chunks so that by Christmas time next year, your piece will be completed. And I had every intention of starting this. There is a hashtag. I will put it on the screen right here. And as I said, Annie is hosting it. You can get lots more information on her Instagram or on her channel. But I did fully kit this up and think, okay, no problem. With these little pieces, I will have this ready by next Christmas, but I haven't started it, and it makes me so sad. I even ordered all of the needlepoint silk threads to go with it. The thing is, the pieces are so manageable that I think I or you could even start it now if you wanted to. Those are all the silk threads, because just a small portion has been done so far. This pattern was released a couple months ago by my mom, Kathy Barrick, and it is so good. It is a Christmas stocking with tons of traditional Quaker motifs. I kind of am more partial to the sampler version, meaning it's just finished as a long rectangle, really long and skinny, and that's what I intended to stitch on. And then for Market happening next week, Mom came out with another pattern. It's all Quaker houses. Again, stitched with a stocking and as a long skinny sampler version. So good. So I guess I could really have my choice now which one I wanted to stitch, although Annie's prompts and stitch along is for the Christmas version, and Christmas has a special place in my heart, so I guess I would kind of lean towards sticking with Christmas. But I have all of the threads, and I chose the very beautiful Teprah 36 count linen from Cedar River Linens. I felt that all of the colors showed up really, really well on this. Cedar River linens are absolutely gorgeous. I think Jody has out maybe like 7 or 8 colors now. I haven't been able to design with them yet because they are not readily available in shops, but whenever I'm doing a personal stitch, you will hear me say I grabbed a Cedar River linen because they are so, so good. And won't that show up beautifully on that fabric? So for you and for me, it is not too late if we want to join this sal. Like I said, all of the information is in the description box below. And I put the hashtag on the screen, so you are welcome, and we'll see if we can make any headway with that. I did purchase some things in these past couple months, aside from what I already showed you, that I wanted to share with you. They all have to do with stitching, and then I've also been gifted some very nice items both at Christmas and more recently that I also thought I would share with you because they are stitching related. The first thing I decided to treat myself to at the beginning of the year is a new type of journal. Now, I use the word journal loosely because what I'm really doing is tracking big projects, but I wanted a really substantial, nice cover and nice, did I say knife? Nice cover, and that is exactly what I got, and filled it with a bunch of gridded blank pages. And it's my intention to write on here any substantial project that I stitch in my any substantial project that I start. I'm getting ahead of myself in my head. My first start is a sweater that I started and bound off just recently, but you could do cross stitch projects, you could do whatever you wanted in these blank pages. And my hope is just to notate in high detail all of the aspects of each project that take my time and my love. So I got very detailed with like check-in notes, things I learned, things that I'm trying new, and I just love the idea of this. So it is a journal, but meant to be entirely composed of big projects. Not small, tiny projects, but big projects that are really gonna take a lot of attention. And that way there's just documentation about that. I love being able to look back. Like, you could even put world events that were happening during the time that you were working on this piece. You can get as detailed as you want, but I'm really happy to have this. I just started my second project that's going in here, and I need to get some details jotted down about that. This journal cover, notebook cover, agenda cover, I don't know what you want to call it, is really great, and I will link it in the description box below. It just makes me feel really fancy and elevated, and I love that I will be having a keepsake of the projects that I pour my love and attention into year over year. I also love that it's a ring bound situation, so you can add as much as you like or remove if needed. You can organize by hobby. I know a lot of us are multi-craftual, and you might like to break it down into sections, but this has been really great for me to have this year, and I highly recommend it. I also discovered a new thread brand that we must talk about. This is not new as in like fresh to the market. This is new to my world. It is classic Colorworks Belle Soie silk thread, and I am obsessed. You can see. I've done several orders with Lindy Stitches to get my collection going. They have a great deal. Buy 5 skeins of any type of thread, get the 6 free. So I took advantage of that several times. This thread is so good, you guys. I love it. It is a silk thread and it is over dyed, so there is slight variegation. They are not the types of variegation that you are going from like gold to blue and that type of range. It's all in one color family, and they're beautiful. One of the things I like most about these threads, I use this to stitch. Hey, wait a minute. I did stitch, okay, when I'm done talking about this, we need to rewind because I've misspoken. But back to the thread. I used this to stitch Tattered Spring, one of the floral bandings. It's so good. There are 12 individual threads in one length of thread. 12. So I'm a 2/2 stitcher, which means 6 reloads of my needle from a length that I cut from here. That is awesome. I felt like I was not going through thread quite as quickly, which is great because you are paying a silk thread price point for this, because that's what it is. But man, oh man, if I had to recommend a thread to you right now, I would definitely tell you to check out the Belle Soie. So very good. And if you do want to check it out, I highly recommend Lindy Stitches because of that fantastic thread deal that's ongoing. It's not for a limited time. It's the deal they offer all the time. Buy 5, get 1 free. Happy shopping. Give it a try. Rindy, one of my model stitchers, tried it for the first time as well with a blooming Quaker that I sent her. And she said she loved it too. So I know that not everybody has used it. Look at that color. That is a Liz color, Chester's blue. But if you would like to try something new, 2 thumbs up, highly recommend, want to get the entire line. Those threads did not travel alone. I also picked out 2 fabrics from Lindy Stitches that I wanted to try because they are more easily available, more readily available, easily attainable. They are both Zweigart linens. So these are not over-dyed linens, but they are mass-produced, yet gorgeous. So this color is Stormy, 36 count vintage Stormy Night Linen by Zweigart. And here is what it looks like. You can see all of that modeling. It's a blue tone, whereas on the back there is no modeling. So this is a printed fabric. Do know that going in. I happen to love the way my stitches lay on printed fabric like this. It just crisps up my X's and makes everything lay really nicely. So I love this. It's the same as like vintage Country Mocha or vintage Stormy White, I think. I love all of those. So I wanted to get my hands on this, ooh, I bit my tongue. I wanted to get my hands on this slightly blue toned fabric, and I'm so glad I did. Another great thing about Zweigart is their price point is really fantastic. So it's great to look at if you are a new stitcher or just looking to have something easy to go to in your stash. I also did get the 36 count vintage smoky white linen by Zweigart. So same thing, printed on one side. Make sure you stitch on the right side. And I just love how creamy, neutral, yet aged and distressed this is. Okay, you know that thing I said we had to come back to? I have been stitching. For a Nashville Needlework Market, I released a couple new designs, and I stitched the Quaker Medallions piece, and I also stitched one of the floral bands for Tattered Spring, and I think I stitched another one, but it's escaping me right now. Maybe not, but that makes me feel better. You guys probably don't care, but it does make me feel better that I have been doing a little stitching despite feeling like I haven't. I don't know. It just popped into my head and I was like, wait a second, give yourself some credit where credit's due. All right, speaking of Nashville Needlework Start-a-thon, that event that's happening, don't want to miss it. I don't know what ticket prices are anymore. They are very affordable and you want to be there. There's merch to go with it, and I purchased 2 things. I love this graphic because it is not specific to any event, but it is specific to cross stitch, and I could not resist this denim bag as well as this hoodie that also has the emblem on it. Isn't that so cool? I just love it. So let's go back to the bag real quick. This bag is really large. You can fit a whole lot in here, and it's footed. So I plan on putting a lot of my whips in here. It will probably hold all of my whips, and it would be ideal for any retreat you're going to, or putting all of the things that you want to start during the Startathon weekend in so that you are very prepared. I just love this. This is all available from Lindy Stitches. You can find it on their website and order it now. It reached me really quickly and I am very, very pleased with the quality. The hoodie, it's been so long since I purchased a hoodie and I miss the cozy comfort of it. This one's great because it has the emblem on the left chest and then also on the back. The one thing that I will say about the hoodie is if you decide to order it, and you should because again you can wear this any time of year as a cross stitcher, maybe size up. I wish I had gone up one size. I did recently wash this and it doesn't look like it shrunk, but I do wish it was just a little more oversized, but that might be a preference for the coziness level that I am after. But it's really, really good. And I have to share that with you. I don't know which one I like more because I'm a sucker for a bag, a tote bag, but I got both, so it doesn't really matter. Now I have a couple pieces of kindness that I wanted to share with you. One is from a recent gift that I was given, and after watching Annie's video you'll know a little bit more about where these products came from. But after doing some traveling abroad, Annie gifted me a bunch of these beautiful threads. I believe they are from Denmark, and they are cotton threads similar in weight to a regular DMC, and I just love how they're bound together. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to break these apart to stitch with them because they're just so gorgeous. And I think in my new studio or office space, draped out of like an ironstone picture or something, wouldn't those just be so pretty on display? I can't tell you much about them because I don't speak Danish, but I can tell you that they are really gorgeous in their packaging. So I'm gonna gently place these somewhere, put them in one of these boxes to move. That's what I've been doing, kind of packing as I go, a box every day. And I will get there. The house isn't even ready to be on the market and we haven't found a house, so I have time. But before these go in a box, I definitely wanted to share these with you. Thank you, Annie, I love these. And along with that, she also picked something up for me from the Victoria and Albert Museum, and this packaging is so nice. I wanted to open it with you. It's a magnet that holds your pins and needles and is kind of a replica of historic graphics, and I love it so much. So this, not a needle minder, but more of like a needle keep that you can put on your stitcher's tray. And I think I could also very easily use this in my staging photos because it's black and white and beautiful and ceramic, and I love it. So thank you so much, Annie, for thinking of me while you were traveling and bringing me those stitchy gifts. My next stitchy gift dates all the way back to I want to say early December when I was gifted this set of stitching goodies from my friend Kia of Kia B. She not only picked out for me, let me take it out of the bag, this heaven and earth design that she and I were both yearning for many months, but she also fully kitted it with all of the DMC threads. I'm afraid to take these out because I don't think I'll ever get them back in, but wow. What a gift. I can't believe she did this. Like, she told me the number that's in here. I can't for the life of me remember, but this thread list is really, it's a lot. It's something else. The pattern is by Heaven and Earth Design. The artwork is by Jane Wooster Scott, and take a closer look at it. It is such a pretty winter scene, which is exactly what I love. Kia loves it too, so we both talked about starting this. I haven't yet, but I'm gonna add it to my pile of inspirational patterns that might get me stitching again. And this, the title is A Real Snow Job. And I'll just leave that there. It's an interesting title, that's for sure. It does not match the beauty and the elegance of this gorgeous pattern. Isn't that so pretty? Now this is intense stitching. I can't show you the whole thing, obviously, but here's a little bit. You can see this is intense stitching, kind of similar to the Dimensions kits I do, only up another step. So I'll have to be very strategic with a working copy about how I'm going to approach this. But I absolutely love it, Kia. Thank you so, so much. This is incredible. Her whole gift was kind of winter cabin cozy themed, and she just knows me and what I like to stitch. So this is absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Kia. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Where is this used? I am often so thrown with some of the thread colors. Like where? I don't know. But these designers, they know what they're doing. Maybe I need to get bolder in my thread choices. It's hard to even zip this up. There's so many threads in here. I'll work on that in a little bit. But I think that is all that I have to share with you in the regular traditional Flosstube style video. I am going to leave you now with a video that I shot with my friend Annie just this morning. We were going over our list of faves. We chose 5 different questions to give you our top 5 answers to each of the questions. It was so much fun to do. We answered 5 different questions in Annie's YouTube channel and 5 in mine. I'm going to leave you with that video now. If you want to see the rest, be sure to check out her video. It was such a blast to film with her, and it's so much fun to have such a good friend who is so enthralled and loving cross stitch so much. She really, really reignites my love for it. So thank you, Annie. I will leave you with that video now, and I hope that you guys are well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Welcome back, and a special welcome to my best friend Annie, XO Needle in the Hay XO. Hi. As I mentioned, we are here to give you our top 5 of 5 different categories, all related to stitching. I had this idea since the beginning of the year when I wanted to do a year-end recap, but didn't happen. So since Annie and I wanted to film together, I thought it was a perfect time to go over our top 5 of a couple different categories, like I said.
I love this idea.
We also filmed 5 different categories and questions, and it's going to be posted on Annie's channel, which is XO Needle in the Hay XO, along with her latest Flosstube. Thank you for doing this with me.
Thank you for having me. I love filming with you
so
much. I wish I could do it every time.
So fun. It's been too long, like we were saying. Okay, so my 5 prompts start with favorite patterns of all time. So in Annie's video, we talked about our favorite market releases. Really fun.
So good. Yes.
But this is beyond market, everything that you love, that you've ever seen, that you want to stitch.
I feel awful because my top 5 for this is blank because I could not.
I know.
It's so hard. I will try to think of some.
I think for you, when you fall in love with something, you just start stitching it.
Yeah.
Whereas for me, I'm usually model stitching or not able to set time aside for things I love. So I'm jealous of you for that. Oh. Okay, so my first favorite, this is in no order, favorites of all times. This is Birds of a Feather Winter Sampler.
That is so beautiful.
I just love it. Nearly monochromatic, so wintry.
I may have to borrow this from you.
Yes.
This is gorgeous.
So good.
I
just love it.
I had just learned, because I'm sort of new to cross stitch, relatively speaking, that Birds of a Feather, a lot of it is, maybe all of it, is out of print.
Yes.
Except recently?
Yes. I am not sure what happened with the company, but they are no longer designing, and everything went out of print, like you said. And then just recently, I believe it's Colorado Cross Stitcher, must have purchased the rights to reproduce them. So she is slowly reprinting and reformatting all of the design. So hopefully this will come out.
That would
right
be
now,
amazing.
it seems like a hot commodity, a collector's item. but I actually have 2 birds of a feather.
Well,
let me pull up
you
the
know,
other
I
one.
asked that because I can actually think of a favorite pattern of all time of mine, and I do not own it.
What is it?
And I cannot stitch it, and it's Birds of a Feather, Remember Me. It's Halloween, and down at the bottom half is like a coffin with a skeleton in it.
Yes.
There's a flying witch. It's beautiful. And, you know, I've searched and searched for it on eBay, and it is available, but very expensive.
Yes. So I'm really hoping Colorado Cross Stitcher will continue to release them, including this one. This is a very fine sampler.
That is so pretty.
By Birds of a Feather, and it is one of my all-time favorites. I just love how
gorgeous.
I wish I could zoom in for you. I just love how there we go. How vintage and old it looks.
Yeah.
And I would be tempted just to stitch the floral basket, not necessarily everything. This is also out of print and very pricey on the secondhand market. So fingers crossed.
It's so pretty.
I love it.
What are the dates of these? Does it?
I don't know. This is something sold, so.
Okay. Yeah. Can I see that again real quick?
Yeah,
Maybe
absolutely.
there's a copyright date.
So those are my 2 favorite birds of a feather.
Gorgeous.
Next up is something I actually have. It is the Drawn Thread Good Tidings. And this is a piece that's model stitched at our LNS, the stitching post. And I have looked at this, the finished model, for a long time and finally bit the bullet and ordered it. This picture obviously does not do it justice, like so many cover photos. But this is just so pretty. Those little birds.
I love the hats on them. How they're sort of like floating in the wind.
So good. So
that's so you.
That's one of my all-time favorites. I just love
I hope you get to stitch that.
Me too.
So pretty. Ooh.
Next up we have Shakespeare's Peddler Painted Flowers. I have loved this since the second it was released. I think it is absolutely stunning. It's charted in both a light color fabric and a dark color fabric.
Oh.
There is something about the dark though.
Oh, how pretty.
I love it.
Hello, yeah.
I saw the model at market last year. It is stunning.
It screams Liz Mathews, I think.
Stunning.
Yes.
I love it.
How pretty.
Okay, and I feel like I had one more. Oh, this is it. So this is something that I own and I have done one of. It's the Dimensions Christmas Village ornaments. Favorite of all time. I did the tree farm last year. I just think they are adorable, doable, tiny, perfect ornament size.
Yeah.
Happy, cheery, and I love it.
They're so cute. You get so much detail in a tiny, tiny stitch.
Yes. So I have everything kitted up. I said I've done one before. My next one I'm going to stitch on Ada. This is Overcast 18 count Ada from Cedar River Linens. And I'm looking forward to getting started on that.
Yeah. It looks so soft. Ooh.
Good, right?
Yes.
So good.
I just noticed the Santa on the Victorian house here.
Yes.
How cute is that?
And look at the cookie sign.
Oh my gosh.
That cookie sign hanging from the bakery.
There it is. So cute. All these little details. I think I have to get this one.
It's readily available.
It's really inexpensive.
Yeah.
For 6 ornaments.
Yeah,
and
all like
thread.
$22.50.
I
got that from the stitching post.
Oh my gosh. And it comes with the fabric too, right? Yeah, everything.
Yep. So those are my 5, like not necessarily market release favorites.
Yeah, like you said, guess you'll just have to check out the last video that I talk a lot about what I like to stitch. So those are all my favorite things. I couldn't possibly narrow it down. Yeah.
No worries. Yeah. It was hard.
Sorry, guys.
It was pressure filled. I was like, what if I made the wrong choice?
So hard. I totally left it blank. Okay.
That's okay. I had one kind of blank on your video too. All right, next up we have favorite threads and fibers.
Ooh. Okay. I'll start. I did not bring any examples.
That's okay.
But I have discovered that my favorite silk so far to use, and I haven't used all of them, nowhere near that, but so far is Dinky Dyes.
Oh.
they're so fluffy. And my
Yes.
stitches always just look very neat
Yes.
when I use dinky dyes. I don't know if it's because of the fluff. It just works. And it doesn't slide off of my needle.
More so than other silks?
Yeah. And so I think I like the fluffiness of them, but I love the variegation and all of the dyeing they do.
Okay.
So
you can really tell it's hand dyed.
I can really tell it's hand dyed. Because I also love MPI and how my stitches look with MPI.
Yeah.
But there's something like soft and fuzzy for me when I like deal with the dinky dyes.
Okay.
That I love. And I always have to call out my very two favorites, DMC and Zweigart. I mean, it's a go-to.
Yes. Available always.
Easy to get,
Yep.
affordable.
Consistent.
So consistent. And I feel the same about Zweigart, which I went on a foray into trying out hand-dyed fabrics. And I'm kind of back now to Zweigart just for the affordability. And I'm like learning how to dye my own, so...
Oh, that's fun.
It's yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like, they're two staples that will always be my favorites. With that said, I also put as my favorite Fox and Rabbit linen because basically I just feel special when I can get my hands on some because it seems, for me, I don't know the trick. I have a very hard time sourcing Fox and Rabbit, but when I do get it, it's beautifully dyed. My favorites are Beetroot.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Oh, it's like a gorgeous purpley fuchsia deep color, and Seaweed. So good. So I did put Fox and Rabbit there because it makes me feel like I've won the lottery when I score a piece.
They're Duxbury.
Ooh,
so
what
good.
color is that?
It's a really mottled neutral, warm neutral. I'll show you.
Okay.
So good. I love it.
I'm gonna love that. And my number 5 is a floss that I discovered when I was traveling in London last year, and it's paint box threads. So beautiful. They hand dye cotton and silk, and just like jewel tones, and the colors are so saturated in their flosses. Beautiful. And like beautifully packaged palettes.
I haven't tried them yet. You got me
so
some, but I
gorgeous.
haven't tried them.
Those are my 5.
Did one of your market favorites call for paint box thread?
Maybe. It was
That would be
paint.
convenient.
Paint something.
Painter's thread.
Which I don't know what that
No.
is. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Darn. Okay, so some of my favorite threads and fibers. This is my newest discovery. Not necessarily this color, but it's the classic
May I
Colorworks
touch it?
Belle Soie sure silk thread. I am obsessed.
Oh.
It is, like you were saying, so plush.
Yeah, it's fluffy.
Yes.
Yes.
And there are 12 strands
oh.
wound in there. So it feels like it
Okay.
goes forever.
What is it normally for a silk? 8? Wow.
Yeah. So it just
12
keeps
stranded.
going. It's fluffy and
So
plush,
fluffy.
and it has that variegation that Annie was talking
not
about.
focusing.
I am obsessed with them. I designed a couple of my new market releases use it.
Okay.
Or my membership pieces. I think it is.
I have to try
amazing.
this. I think I
Amazing.
have one in stash. Old Crow, I think you got it for me.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have to try it.
I-
it's so soft. I can't stop touching it.
I think I placed like 3 orders with Lindy Stitches because they have the buy 5 get 1 free,
Deal.
and their pictures of the colors are accurate.
Yes.
So newest obsession, cannot get enough of it.
Oh.
Another product I love is Even Weave fabric, and I didn't bring any examples.
Oh.
But it's kind of newer to me. I used it for the first time doing my dad's stocking because I wanted something really solid and substantial.
I've never tried it.
It's wonderful, and my stitches lay beautifully.
Oh.
I think because it's so dense, it doesn't have the lightness of linen. I love it.
Is that what Lugana is?
I believe
Is
so.
it even weave? Okay.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Correct me
I
if I'm
wanna
wrong.
try that.
It's just great.
Okay.
I love it. And then I have a couple pieces of fabric. These are all like my favorite colors ever.
Yeah.
This is Sapphire by Fiber on a Whim. I've used it a couple times.
It's so delicious.
It is just yummy.
It's so delicious.
I love it.
I think your mom has a Nashville stitch on that, right?
Yeah, that little postage stamp one for you. Next up is another fiber on a whim. It's cypress. This color is just...
I love that color.
It's me through and through.
Yeah.
I just think it is gorgeous.
I've never used that either.
I love it.
Yeah.
And then lastly, this is... Okay, this
These
is
are so
something
you.
I have been hoarding forever. This is Picture This Plus. And Picture This Plus can be really hard to get, so I don't often design with it because I don't want stitchers to be in a bind. So I haven't used this because I'm afraid you can't get it.
It's beautiful.
It is absolutely stunning. I think this is so gorgeous.
What is the name of this color?
It is Woodland. Woodland.
Oh, I can see a Christmas stitch on here. Oh my
I
gosh.
know. It's stunning, but
It's
I don't
so
want
beautiful.
people to not be able to get it.
Yeah.
But I have been hoarding this and loving it for years. I got it at my LNS.
Do you know if they're still dyeing this
beautiful.
color?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I could reach out to them, but I just don't want anybody to be in a bind.
Right.
But it is perfection in my mind.
It's so pretty.
So
Good ones.
yeah.
What's next?
All right, so next up is hobbies outside of cross stitch. I thought this was a really good question because for me, cross stitch is my job.
Yeah.
So recently I really leaned into having other hobbies outside of cross stitch.
Yes, for sure.
And I think that's important, so I wanted to include this.
Yeah. Let me hear yours then.
Okay. First up is knitting. I've been a knitting fool lately. I love it. It's such a great hobby and escape, and I've been planning on doing a knitting YouTube video.
We need to see that. Yes.
So we'll see. I'm feeling very protective of it because I haven't
and also
made it public yet. It's like my own little secret hobby craft.
No, that makes sense.
I just want to talk about
Maybe
it.
it
all
will
the
bring
time.
you joy to not be public about it.
Yeah.
You know, like we can talk about it.
I don't know. I want to just
But you also
shout
wanna
everything
share
knitted
it. Yeah,
from
yeah.
the rooftop. So knitting is my biggest hobby right now.
I'm so happy that you found like a handcraft hobby.
I know. I need to do something with my hands.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been loving, as well as journaling, gardening, which isn't really happening right now.
Not yet.
But we plan on moving this year, so it might be a year with no gardening, but we'll see. Antiquing. And lastly, reading. I've gotten really into nighttime before bed reading lately, and it's been a really fun escape.
Agree. That's definitely number one on my list is reading. Although I must say, in the last year, I took up cross stitching so heavily that I haven't had enough as much time to read. And I tried audiobooks and I just cannot focus.
I was gonna ask you.
I can't do it. I wish that I could, because imagine how many books I could read if I could focus on an audiobook while stitching.
That would be
amazing.
You need to have fill-in.
Right.
Be in a fill-in spot.
Exactly. I could try that. Second hobby is travel. I love to travel when I can, when I'm lucky enough to.
Yes.
Third one, I don't know if it's a hobby. I really love volunteering. That's something I do a lot in my free time.
It brings you happiness.
It brings me happiness. JP and I, my dog and I, go to the hospital. We volunteer at the Children's Hospital, and I also volunteer at Movable Feast, which is like our local Meals on Wheels.
Great work.
I love it so much, and antiquing is also one of my things.
Preferably with friends and family.
Preferably with friends and family. And I have a 5 and a 6 for some reason.
That's
5 is taking pictures of my cross stitch.
You're so good at it.
You
are so good at it.
I like it as much as stitching is the photography of it and just and also journaling is also.
Yes. We have a lot of similar hobbies.
And we have a lot of them.
Yes, we do. Well, those are good.
Yes.
Okay, this is the last prompt.
Oh wow, we were quick on this one.
I know.
We chattered away in my last video.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really good. Okay, so the last prompt is definitely inspired by those videos that I was telling you about earlier, and it is 5 trends you are seeing that you love, or maybe that you predict will be trends.
I also have this.
Oh.
We have 2 more.
2 more.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Yeah.
It's like, that was way
I was
too fast. Okay, so this is the second to last one.
Yeah.
But let's stay with the trends you're seeing that you love or that you predict.
Yes. I had a really hard time with this, and I may have interpreted... No, don't be sorry. I may have interpreted it differently.
Okay.
The way I did in my last video with something.
Great.
Where I was like, I don't know if these are trends or what I predict, but like, it's what I want.
Perfect.
Does that... I want it to be a... Wishes. I want it to be a trend.
Desire.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, my first is... I typed DEI in cross stitch, so diversity, equity, and inclusion in cross stitch, and I guess I mean like by stitchers, floss tubers, subject matter in patterns. I just want to see more of everything.
Yes.
You know, I want to see people of color in as designers, as floss tubers, in patterns. I want to see...
I love it.
Like, also diversity in like materials. Like, I want to see everything from like DMC to your finest silk to, like, you know, I just...
And all with no judgment.
And no judgment. That's another thing. Like, there's no wrong way or right way to stitch. Mm-hmm. I really, really believe in that. Like, do what you want. And I want to see more of that sort of support and encouragement, you know?
Yes.
Doesn't matter what your back looks like. Doesn't matter if you use a knot. Doesn't matter what kind of hoop you use. How, like, just...
I love it.
Do what makes you happy. Stitch what makes you happy. And I would love to see more, personally, people of color in all of these things that I'm talking about.
Yes, I support that.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
My second thing is I would love to see more floss tubes that involve multiple people. Like, like 2 to 3, like, you know, thread gremlins.
Yes.
Cross stitch the globe, Hathaway stitchers.
Yes.
Like, I want to see like...
Yeah, it's nice to see that interaction.
Exactly, yeah. I feel like really much more like energetic and enlivened when I'm with you.
Yep.
Than like just...
I agree.
Trying to talk to the camera by myself.
Yeah. More conversational.
More conversational floss tubes. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, my third one. I would like to see us use the word finesse instead of the word fudge.
I saw that in your video.
In my video? Yeah. I would really like to create this shift in the cross stitch world because, you know, I used to be a frogger or a restarter because I just like could not stand to make a mistake and quote unquote fudge it. And I realized it's because to me, the word fudge has a very negative connotation, not just of like deceit, but then I thought like also of ugliness. Yeah. So I want to say finesse. And I must say, since I changed my perspective on it, I have been finessing like crazy and getting so much more work done and feeling good about myself.
That's huge for you.
Which is so big.
Huge.
Yes. So I would love to see us use the word finesse more.
Okay. I will integrate that into my stitching vocab.
My fourth thing might be controversial.
Uh-oh.
I kind of have become interested in learning about needlepoint. I'm
shocked.
I know. Well, there are so many patterns, like beautiful patterns in needlepoint. And you know what it must also be is like I did a lot of traveling last month and in the places that I went, needlepoint was much more prominent as a stitch craft than cross stitch. So all the LNSs I was going to when I was traveling overseas, it was mostly needlepoint focused and it made me want to learn more about it.
I like that idea.
So I know zero things about it. I know nothing. I have one needlepoint kit I haven't started yet. But I would like to be more open to needlepoint.
When you were traveling, were they kits that you saw? Or is it like cross stitch where you get the fabric and then you get the thread and you like kit it up yourself?
I saw probably more kits than I did do it yourself. Okay. But I might not have known if they had the individual parts. I don't know anything about it. I might not have even recognized it as what it is, you know?
Me either. Well, I like that.
So I kind of want to be more open to needlepoint.
Okay.
It's sort of like, are you a dog person or a cat person? Like I'm both.
Yeah.
Are you a cross stitcher or needle? I just like all
needle art.
Needle art, yeah.
Good one.
And my last trend, and this might be actually a trend, or what I would like to see is more vintage kits being saved and stitched, being rescued and stitched, like more things from like the thrift store, secondhand market.
Okay.
Being stitched.
A vintage resurgence.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
I love the 1980s, 1990s kits so much.
Exactly.
I'm dying to walk into an antique store and find like a stash of Old Dimensions kits.
One day it's gonna happen.
Oh, it's gonna be a good day. I'm gonna buy every single one.
One day.
Oh, those are good.
My 5
those are great.
Trends, or what I'd like to see.
I like it. Okay. My first one is new designers with fun, fresh takes.
Yeah.
And I'm already seeing this, but there just seems to be this whole new slew of designers out, which I find to be really exciting because I think it provides more subject matter and different designs for different tastes, which is just going to bring more stitchers to the community. And I think it's awesome. And I think it is supported by the fact that there's so many platforms now where you can watch people on Twitch, shop on Etsy, shop on Ko-fi. There's just so much out there, and we're starting to explore those different places and see different designs and designers, and I think that's super exciting.
So exciting.
I like the freshness, and I've seen so many great ideas.
It's so refreshing, and it energizes me so much.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It's nice. It's just nice. Okay. I foresee more creative finishes happening.
Oh.
And it's something that I am seeing more and more with the new Nashville releases. People aren't just framing.
Right.
They're kind of combining quilting and cross stitch into beautiful FFOs.
Yeah.
There's so much out there now. Like, think of all of Chantel's finishing boards. There's so many different ways of non-traditionally finishing things that makes me really, really excited.
Yeah.
And one store that I haven't been to that many LNSs, to be honest, but one store that has always done a really great job of that and has inspired me is Keepsakes in Ohio.
Yeah.
The finishes there are different. They're non-traditional. And they're fabulous.
I have to see that.
It's really inspiring. Things like finishes on clipboards. Just, I think Barbara does all the finishing, and she's really, really good at it and thinking outside the box.
That's very cool. And I was gonna ask, so is Barbara's not finishing it the way like perhaps the model is finished? She's doing her own take on the finishes?
Correct.
That's very cool. Yeah.
I think that she goes to antique stores and looks for ways to FFO things. In a way that my brain hasn't converted yet.
I know when we go antiquing, we're always trying to think of that.
It's just so much.
We don't.
I know. I'm like,
we can't. Yeah, we can't find anything. Yeah.
But
okay, I love that.
I'm really enjoying that, and hope that I can embrace it more and look forward to it.
Oh, it's a good one.
I also think that there's been an influx, and there will continue to be an influx of social media, like. Think Chapel Roan. Think all those Pink Pony Club charts that came out. Taylor Swift charts. Also social cause charts. Like more meaningful.
Like pop and timely crossover.
Yes. Not just the traditional sampler. Or I'm just seeing people infuse their beliefs
messaging.
And loves and messages. Yeah. Whatever it may be.
I do love that so much.
I just love that it's getting a little more personal. And like, part of me would be like, if I stitch a Pink Pony Club piece, like, what am I going to do with that? Who cares? Who cares?
I would hang that up.
Why wouldn't I stitch that?
Exactly.
It's great. So I just love that it's getting a little more personal.
Yeah.
And not always done with like, what can I hang on my wall?
Absolutely. I'm not a wall hanger. So I definitely just stitch personal things.
That's great. Okay, next one. I totally support this. I think small retreats versus big retreats will continue to be a trend. You see groups of friends getting together for retreats at Airbnbs. We've done that before.
Retreats of 2.
I know. I mean, retreats are fabulous. I love retreats, but they are expensive and exhausting. So I think that we'll continue to see more private retreats happening as well as the big retreats. Both are fabulous, and I want to do both.
Yeah.
And then lastly, I have seen an uptick in more appreciation for slow stitching and crafts.
Oh.
Meaning, I guess what I meant by that
what do you mean
is,
slow stitching?
like on Instagram, younger people, new people are embracing knitting, cross stitch, because I think they're coming to realize how therapeutic and calming and wonderful those handcrafts are, and I'm really happy to see that happening. Just broadening our cross stitch community.
I know, people are saying that there's like a resurgence in quote unquote granny hobbies.
Yes. You know? Okay, let's rename that.
Exactly.
To slow crafts.
Right.
Handcrafts.
Right. This is coming from two people who like have a degree in actual crafts.
Yes.
We have.
And we're young.
Yeah. Ish. Oh my gosh.
So those were my trends and
I love
predictions.
that.
It was
I love your take on that so much. And
Yeah.
I think you're totally spot on. I am seeing a lot of that.
Yeah. It makes me happy.
And it makes me so happy. I just feel like the world of cross stitch is opening up so much.
I know. I really feel that too. And I'm excited.
Brings me a lot of joy. Yeah.
It's re-energizing me. So
Good.
if you liked that little segment that we did, definitely check out Cross Stitch the Globe and Cam the Stitcher's trends videos. I'll link them below. Okay, we have one more prompt. I can't believe I almost forgot it. Annie and I are Prairie Schooler lovers. They're classic. Oh, they're comfort stitching.
Do you know what I was thinking this morning when I was going through my Prairie Schooler stash? I was like, if I could only choose one designer, if I was stranded on a deserted island and I had infinite cross stitch supplies somehow, but I could only choose one designer, who would it be? I mean, maybe it's kind of cheating. I would choose Prairie Schooler.
It's smart.
Right?
You'd be busy for a while.
But I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I actually think Pamela Birdsmith designed all of these Prairie Schooler patterns. Are there any?
I think so.
So it is one designer.
I believe so.
And I choose her.
Okay, so the final prompt is your 5 favorite Prairie Schooler charts.
Did you really narrow down to 5?
I did.
I took a loophole.
Good.
I'm so excited to see yours because mine are kind of like broad.
Okay.
Like the first one I have is Halloween.
I see what she did there.
There are a lot of Prairie Schooler Halloween patterns, and I could not pick just one. I have several loophole. I have several examples. I'll just show you the ones that I've stitched. If you saw our top 5 segment in my Flosstube, you've seen these. This is Nevermore.
I love that.
Aren't they so fun? And with Prairie Schooler, I always stitch on called for everything. So this is 32 count lamb's wool and called for DMC. So that's a Halloween.
So good.
And like I think it was in the last video we were saying that with the big Prairie Schooler patterns, they always come with little smalls too. So here's some
bonus.
Some little smalls. They just do Halloween exactly right. So
I like that.
Any
Prairie Schooler that uses DMC.
Exactly. Do you want to go back and forth?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I was more specific in my choices, and these are in no order whatsoever. This is book number 63, Christmas Samplers.
Oh my gosh.
There are 3 included in there. I specifically love the middle one with the people sleeping in the bed.
So good.
I
mean, can you believe?
Love it.
3 whole samplers in one book. Pattern. Yes.
Is there a bonus on the back? No.
I bet there is. No?
I guess there can't be because
there's no room.
I'm trying to fit 3 charts in there.
Oh my gosh, I see the people sleeping in the bed.
So cute. And the top.
Oh my gosh.
I just love it. It's really good. They're
all so good.
Yeah.
She is a genius.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Pamela.
Oh my god. Can you show the people in the bed again?
Yeah.
I'm bad at using the camera for focusing.
It's hard. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So
I like how they're laying like horizontally, and and their bedspread is so pretty.
fun to stitch.
So fun. Oh, that's
So,
a good one.
That's
Oh
one
my
of my
gosh.
5 in no order, as I said.
I also, this is in no order. We love them exactly the same very much.
Yes.
Another one, okay, this is specific. One of my favorites, book 185, which I've stitched, is The Three Pigs. I can't tell. Yeah, I just love, if you see the two like flying pigs at the very top with their squiggly
Yes.
tails like being kicked out of their house. I have actually stitched it. If you can believe it, this is the called for DMC. Look at that amazing pink color. What is that floss color? I just can't believe how pink it is.
304.
304. This was so much fun to stitch. I love stitching the house. Look at that.
It looks like
wolf.
fun.
Oh, I love how just like creepy it is. I think it's like kind of morbid and macabre, and I love it. And I think it's just 2 colors. Oh my gosh.
I love the
She's
use of
so
that,
good.
straight stitches.
Yes.
And on this one, you get bonus
Oh my gosh.
bonus charts on the back.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my god! I think I forgot about that. The straight stitching is so good. Look at the straight stitching on the, I guess it's the hay, the house
Yes.
made of hay.
Blowing that, huff and puff
Huff
and
and
blow
puff?
that house down.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. There's actually 2 The Three Pigs Prairie Schooler samplers.
Oh.
Yeah, one is pretty old, like in the single digits maybe of patterns.
Okay. Is it more traditional, like pink?
It is more traditional. We had to go with the creepy
That's awesome.
one. Book 185.
Okay. Sticking with Christmas Prairie Schooler, book 86 is Home for Christmas, and it's another 3-for-1 chart pack. I don't know what my favorite is. There is something about every single one I love. I love the pattern that these trees
I was just gonna
create
say
in the
I saw
bottom
it in the back, yeah.
and then the sentiment at the top, at Christmas the heart goes home. I just love it. So please don't make me pick my favorite of those 3. It's the book entirely.
What is it about these that are so comforting?
I don't know.
Is it
but-
the repetition?
my
I have no
gosh.
idea. They're so good.
So good.
I always talk about, when I talk about Prairie Schooler, the economy of stitches. Like in so little stitches,
I know.
she can convey so much.
It's so true.
I just realized that I have one. I'm gonna leave the scene for
Okay.
1 second to grab
Sure.
one that I think I forgot.
I'll continue on with my next favorite. It is non-Christmas, and it is called Still Life. It is book 41. And I have stitched a couple pieces from this over my stitching career of like 20 years. And I love
good.
the
It's so
color. And oh my gosh, this is just, it's beautiful. It makes me think reasonably of still life paintings.
Yeah.
And I just
Oh, I love the
it.
one with the watermelon and pineapple.
I know.
Do you know, I feel like this Prairie Schooler is a lot different than the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because there's shading and lots of colors. You know, I feel like my Prairie Schoolers that I chose, and a lot that I've seen, is a lot, like, there's no shading. It's more like stylized.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's
This is
very
cool.
non-traditional.
Yeah.
But I love it. It's so moody.
I love it. 1993, that one.
Pamela. Good
so
job.
good. Oh, look at this vase. That's very pretty.
I know. All of them.
And there's so many.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you could stitch it. Oh, I bet they're all the same size. You could stitch it on one big piece too. I want to do that one of these days with the Prairie Schoolers because they have so many series and so many smalls. I love when people put it all in one.
I've seen people do that for the alphabet.
I want to do
That
that
must be
so badly.
huge.
Yes. Speaking of Christmas, this is another specific one I haven't stitched, but I've loved for so long, is Nordic Holiday.
Sorry.
No,
I know
please
it's hard
help me.
to
Yeah,
see
I can't
over
see
there.
it. I love the color palette. I love any Nordic style stitching, design, furniture, knitting.
2 colors.
2 colors. It's incredible. And I have these 2. I've been meaning to start this for a while and I haven't yet.
It's good.
There's so many.
Which one will you start with?
I mean, I love the dollar horse. I love the birds. Either the horse or the birds.
That's one that you could do As one piece, too.
As one piece. Could this be 12? Is it 12? No, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it only 9? It'd be great if it were 12 to do like a 12-day type thing.
Maybe there's an...
I bet there's another.
Like a card with the Nordic? You know the mini cards?
Yeah. I think there is. I think there is.
That would be 11, though.
Oh. We'll have to chart our own.
Wait.
Wait.
9, 10, 11.
No, those are the same.
Oh, shoot.
Excuse us as we think out loud. But yeah, Nordic Holiday, and it's book number 191.
That's a good one.
I love this one so much.
That's a good one.
Okay, I'm getting more specific.
Okay. Next is book 110, Santa and Friends. I don't know what it is about these.
It's so cute.
But I just love them. Again, it's on the black fabric, which is kind of rare.
Liz, I am loving how our choices are so different.
I know, me too.
This is so good.
I don't know what my favorite.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
These animals just love Santa.
This is the economy of stitches. Like, how did she do so much detail in whatever that stitch count is?
Like, they all have authentic, like, genuine facial expressions, you know?
They're so
I mean, look at his face. Like, the reindeer actually has an expression.
Yeah. I love it.
That is a really good one, Liz.
This has topped my list for a long time. These next two.
My next one is Christmassy themed too. It is book number 103, Blackwork Angels. Thank you. I have stitched 1, 2, 3. I think I've stitched 4 of them. I don't know how many there are. Excuse my crinkling.
8.
There are 8.
These are so beautiful.
I had a semi-finished one somewhere. This was like actually the first time I ever tried black work. I don't even know if I'm doing it correctly. Here's one.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I had one that was like kind of finished.
These are gorgeous.
And again, look at their facial expressions.
I love that you used metallic thread.
That was so difficult for me. Oh, here's the finished-ish.
Oh, these are making me want to stitch these.
Aren't they beautiful? And again, like kind of morbid. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
look at her wings. Oh, can you hold it up for me? I'm so bad at this. Yeah. And I don't know. I know that last year's Prairie Schooler Santa had black work in it, but I haven't seen a lot of Prairie Schooler with black work.
These are so pretty.
Right? Do you see her face on piece? It's so good.
Seeing these in person makes me want to stitch these very badly.
Do you have this pattern? You can borrow this pattern.
I'll have to look. I might. I think
and these are like, because it's just 2 colors and they're small and a lot of it is block stitching. I mean, it's very doable. Yeah.
These are beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I love these.
I've been waiting to finish them all together, but maybe I'll just...
So you're halfway done?
I'm halfway done, yeah.
Oh, so pretty.
Oh, the lamb one is so good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
What you
I
chose.
just love these. Blackwork Angels.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
My last one is Woodland Santa's book book 96. Similar to what I just shared with you. Only this is on that traditional fabric that they use.
The trees are so good in this one. All of the different renderings of trees.
Yeah. I just love it. More traditional color palette for Prairie Schooler.
But and I just love how it's displayed here too. How like if you do all 4 and position it this way, the Santas are facing each other. I really like symmetry in that way.
There's something very similar about these two to me.
Yeah, similar but different enough. Yeah. I feel like this is like mature Santa. And this is like happy-go-lucky kind of like hippie Santa.
I love it. I love them both. So those are my favorites.
Like this reminds me of Daniel Day-Lewis for some reason. That's Daniel Day-Lewis Santa.
How random. That's funny.
My last favorite Prairie Schooler is a small one of these promotional cards. It's so silly.
I love it.
You can hold it up. It's a hedgehog or porcupine. It says stick it here. I like how it's kind of rude. Is that kind of like a...
I love it.
I don't know. I don't think it's a nice sentiment, but I'm into it.
It's a pincushion.
Yeah. Oh, it's so cute.
It's really cute.
So that's my my 5th favorite.
Yay.
That was hard.
We did it.
Oh my gosh.
Hard.
We did it. We did
That was
our
really
top,
fun to think about and talk about.
Thank you so much for these questions. And for watching.
Yes, be sure to check out Annie's channel to see the other prompts that we answered.
So much fun.
So much fun.
And I wanted to say that I received other prompts too, but we just didn't have enough time, but maybe we can do it another time.
It does take a bit of planning and, brain
I was
power.
surprised.
This was so fun. Thank you for being here, Annie.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Bye.
Bye.